Latifah, and you're watching CTV on the Higher Learning Network. Get your head right.
The Female Solution Global Radio TV Show invites you to an invigorating conversation with our team of hosts Monday through Friday, 7 a.m. to 9 a.m. Central Time. Start your week with Monday Morning Mindfulness with Zelda Speaks. Tuesdays, Self-Cell Care with Jody Susan. Wednesdays, Repairing Broken Families with Naima Latif and co-host Kareem Hamid. Thursdays, Soulful Solutions with Dr. Debbie Green. And Fridays, Health and Wellbeing with Beata. Saturdays, tune in 12 noon to 2 p.m. Central Time. First Saturday, Success Strategies with Jana. Second Saturday, Wendy Williams Esquire on relationships. Third Saturday, Move Around with Deborah. And fourth Saturday, Wisdom with Mama D. Join us Sundays, 7 p.m. to 9 p.m. Central Time for Soul Purpose Healing with Beata. Call in and comment 515-605-9325. Press 1 to speak to the host and be a part of the solution.
We love you on Windy City Live. Yes, we do. Tell us, how did all this happen? How did this come about?
Well, I play me. I play Val Warner in Chirac, which is really cool. So when people see this movie, they are literally seeing Val, and I am a reporter in the movie.
We talk about the violence, but what can we do personally?
I think we got to be engaged, and I think engaged in a number of things. In our block, in our home, in our neighborhood, we got to be engaged. We got to fight the issues. We got to fight a government that is abandoned, whole communities on the south and the west side. We got to fight a governor who's cut out every youth employment program, who's cut out violence prevention programs, who's abandoned our communities and the poor and the vulnerable. And I think we got to reach out to our brothers on the street and love them and respect them and help them, not just demonize them.
I'll just say like this. First of all, give you the history of coming to Chicago and telling my jokes as a young cat. I'm 37 now. I started about almost 15 years ago. Elroy taking me under his wing, letting me do some jokes here and there for the radio stations and all that kind of stuff.
I learned that no matter what you do and how much of a genuine heart you have, and if you're coming from a good place, people are going to criticize if they don't agree with what you're doing.
Yo, what's up? It's your man Tony Schofield from 106.3 Chicago's R&B, and you are watching Men on Higher Learning. Now, I used to hang around with some men that was into some higher learning. It just wasn't that kind of higher learning, but I got myself together now, okay?
What is it that you do in your quiet time, in your meditation time, that allows you to bring us the films that you do?
I sit courtside in Madison Square Garden, world's most famous arena.
Latifah, and you're watching CTV on the Higher Learning Network. Get your head right.
Get your head right. Get your head right. Grand Rising. Thank you so much for joining me this morning here on The Female Solution. I'm Zelda Speaks, host of the Higher Learning Network TV show. And today is a glorious day. You know what? Because we woke up. It's real simple. Everything after that is up to you. It is Monday, August 14th. Where has the month gone already? Well, we're halfway through it. But we're here to start your week off with the mindfulness stress relief session coming up at 7:15. But let me remind you, happy Earth Day, birthday, born day, if you're celebrating a birthday. It's Leo love, all the Leos in my family, all the Leos in my extended family. Happy birthday, Kendra. Happy birthday, Wanda. Happy birthday, Brenda. Happy birthday, Lisa. And anybody else that I forgot, because, I have a tendency to sometimes... Anyway, if you're joining us this morning on our social media pages, We thank you for your prayers this morning for the sick and the shut in and the incarcerated. Just send up a prayer for them because they're going through natural hell. You think they're going through things in Maui, the whole island burned down. That's nothing being trapped in a cage for 24 hours a day or 23 hours a day, however many hours it is. It's too much. It's inhumane. That's my point. So let us keep them in prayer as well. Happy birthday, Annie Penn, my sister in Memphis, Tennessee, where I just came back from, in case you noticed the dark color. I got a nice tan. Sat in the sun for 2 days in 100-degree weather. All I could do was drink water and wipe and wipe the sweat up because it was just that hot. I sent somebody a text in Chicago. They were like, it's 71, 81 degrees here. And I was like, no wonder I'm down here looking like I'm about to have a conniption. But I needed that. I needed to clear my mind so that I could come back and be refreshed and have something wonderful for you to experience, which I will be sharing later. But right now, we want to talk about why we're here today. And that is we are honoring the legacy of DJ Casper of the Cha-Cha Slide. And I think you know who he is. Slide to the left, slide to the right. And we'll get into that shortly. But right now, I just want to warn you that we are not streaming on Blog Talk Radio today because they're having technical difficulties. So we are on Facebook and YouTube, Higher Learning TV Show. And you can type in the comment area which platform you're on and what city you're on, or what city you're watching it from, I should say, or country or state, because we know it's global. So you can join us on Facebook and YouTube, Higher Learning TV Show, and on LinkedIn, actually, it's Zelda Robinson. And we are now on a new app called, well, it's not new, it's just new to the Female Solution. It is Clubhouse. So when you go to Clubhouse, just look for Higher Learning Network, NFP. That's non-for-profit, Higher Learning Network, NFP. And you'll see the show Remembering DJ Casper on Monday Morning Mindfulness. And if you are headed out and about this morning, just know that you're loved and you have to trust that which is given to you at birth, to know that you're safe, because there's a lot of chaos and confusion, and it brings a lot of fear into our lives, and we don't want to live with that fear. So the thing that we have to do is to trust our instincts, to know that we're always at the right place at the right time doing the right thing. That's just it. That's all. So if you're headed out and about this morning, traffic is a hot mess, as it always is on Monday morning, so expect delays. If you're headed out, let's sponsored by Karen Kelly from itex.com. If you are a business owner or entrepreneur in need of anything from houses to travel to cars, anything you can think of it, you can buy it at any of the big box stores. You can always buy it here on itex.com. Just be sure and mention Zelda Speaks, so that you can get your $100 to go shopping right away. And as you can see, this sun is just, I've been trying to get the sun in the morning, but it just discolors me, so you can't see my face. But we're going to have to work with it till the first break anyway, before I can get up and close that, because I just love the sun. I got a whole story about the sun. So I'll give that to you. So I apologize for all this going on. You can't see me, but you can hear me. That's good enough. Traffic and weather sponsored by Karen Kelly of itex.com. And excuse me, if you're headed out and about this morning, big thunderstorms are possible, small showers, and there's a flood watch going on today. If you are headed out, no swimming. Do not go near the water. And we tell folks this all the time. When there's a weather warning out, when they said don't go swimming, they mean just that. That's how you see dead folks in Lake Michigan, because they hard hit. They don't listen. Okay. And I said that to say this. It's going to be in the 70s today. You might want to take an umbrella and a raincoat because there's possible of 21 inches. That's a lot of rain. So you want to be prepared for that. No reported delays on Metro or on CTA. I should say no reported delays. But on Metro, it's the South lot parking restrictions for the next week because they are adding 4 weekday trains. So expect delays if you're traveling on Metro. Now, as we take a look at the Kennedy, there are 19 delays going on the expressways right now. It's heavy in the work zone due to construction. It's 32 minutes inbound. There's a delay at Wolf Road. On the outbound at North Avenue from 5th, at North Avenue, there are delays. Expect delays from 9 a.m. until 6 p.m. every single day. On the Edens inbound, 17 on the reverse. On the Eisenhower, 29 in, 24 out. On the Stevenson, 20 in, 19 out. On the Dan Ryan, the usual delay slows from 35th to downtown. It's 14 minutes in and 11 on the reverse. On the Bishop Ford, 11 in, 9 out. And on DuSable Lakeshore Drive, it is 10 minutes in and 9 minutes on the reverse. And that's your traffic and weather, sponsored by Karen Kelly of iTex.com. And if you are anyone like myself who has eaten a little bit too much sweet potato pie, pecan pie, butter cookies, angel food cake, red velvet cake, all that good stuff. Yeah, you might be a diabetic and not know it, because I was a diabetic for 10 years and didn't even know it. Got long story short, go to diabeticdonut.com. All the information is there. So thank you so much for joining us. And yes, thank you for your comments. Yeah, let us know where you're calling from. I'm sorry, calling from. No call-ins today. Blog Talk not working. But I know Naima is also going to send me the link for Podbean. So Naima, if you could put that in the comments section, I will share that. But right now, I want to share with you diabeticdonut.com, and you be sure and share that as well. And remember to set those DVRs for the Higher Learning Network TV show, which airs Tuesdays at 6, Wednesdays at 1 on Channel 19. And you can always see it 24/7 on the World Wide Web. And Grand Rising, Sugar Baby, thank you so much for joining us this morning. And it is time for your Monday morning mindfulness reading for your inspiration. You will seek me and find me when you seek me with all your heart. I will be found by you, declares the Lord, and will bring you back from captivity. I will gather you from all the nations and places where I have banished you, declares the Lord, and will bring you back to the place from which I carried you into exile. That is from Jeremiah 29:13 and 14. And that's the New English version. And that's from Brother Percy. Thank you so much for sending the word of the day. And you can send yours in too, and we can read it on air. And you can send it to me, Zelda, at higherlearningnetwork.org. Okay? Alrighty, Zelda at higherlearningnetwork.org. And you know what that means. It is 7:13. It is time for, our Monday morning mindfulness meditation and stress relief session. So let us begin. And how do we do that? And why do we do that? Because we are, what's the word I'm looking for? Bombarded with negativity on a daily basis. Day in, day out. And if we don't take the time to arm ourselves, as Dr. Maya Angelou, the late poet, author, actress, director, phenomenal woman, says, before you face the day, face God. I say face the spirit that created you, the spirit that brought you here, that woke you up this morning. So in honor of giving thanks for our lives, we give thanks with prayer and meditation, to sit still and listen. Because if you have any questions about anything that's going on in your life, you already have the answers. But we are being bombarded with social media, TV, radio, negative conversations, just negativity everywhere. Everywhere you look and read, there's just garbage everywhere. So you have to limit yourself to the amount of garbage that you're going to allow into your consciousness, into your energy field. And when you stop certain activities, you will find peace. But as long as you got all that garbage coming in here, it's just scrambling your brain and your heart and your emotions. Your frequency is changing. You're operating on a lower vibration, and that affects your health as well as your mental stability. So that's the purpose of what we do. So I just ask you to do it with me this morning, just to help you make your day just a little bit brighter. So it's 7:15, and it is time for our Monday morning mindfulness meditation. And I invite you to share this with someone, because each one teach one. Meditation is important. And if you are not one of those who appreciate it, until today, as a Yama Vanzat would say, until today. So let us become still. We'll simply sit up straight in a chair. If you are, thank you, son, for going down for just a little bit. Yes, she talks to the weather. She talks to the sun and the moon and the stars. Yes, she does. Keep living. You'll understand why. So what we will do is breathe in through the nose. Hold it for a few seconds and then just breathe out. That's all we're doing. We're just simply breathing. It calms the system down. Deep breathing expands. It expands the within you. That all-knowing thing, that all being that you trust with your heart. See, because the heart knows what the brain doesn't. The brain is logical, illogical, but the heart, that's why we operate from the heart. So we're going to listen to the heart this morning. Whoa, we're going to listen to the heart? I ain't no heart. Yes, you have one, don't you? Put your hand right there. Put your hand right there. You feel it? Mm-hmm. That means you got purpose. So let's continue with that purpose. We're going to breathe in and breathe out. And giving thanks. So let us begin. And you'll hear this sound from time to time. And that's simply to bring your focus back to the breath and the rising and the lowering of the chest. Because our mind has a tendency to wander, and that's okay. So let's close our eyes. Close your eyes. You should not be looking at me, but the inside of your eyelids. So let us begin the process. We inhale deeply. Hold it. And blow it out. Now, if you took that first deep breath and you took it deep enough, you will feel it all in here. You will feel that. So let's try it again. Inhale deeply through the nose. Hold it and blow it out. Feel free to release any sounds that may come with it. Inhale deeply. Hold it and exhale. Once more, inhale deeply. Hold it. And exhale. Oh, that feels so good. And when you continue, you don't have to watch me. Just close your eyes and continue the process of breathing in and holding it and breathing out, giving thanks for the power of the breath. As we breathe in, we give thanks that we are always at the right place at the right time. And remember, we don't have to breathe together. You just simply breathe in and breathe out. We give thanks for the power of the breath, because someone somewhere is unable to breathe on their own. As we breathe in and as we breathe out. We give thanks for those who are still here with us, who may have breathing problems. They may have respiratory problems. They may have a trachea in their throat. They may have COPD or asthma. But we give thanks for them because they are here with us. And we still have access to them as we breathe in. Feeling that chest expand. And as we breathe out, breathe in. And breathe out. Once more, breathe in. I'm doing this to remind you to expand that chest as we breathe out. Once more, breathe in. Hold it and breathe out. And just keep breathing and listening to the still small voice that reminds you that you have work to do on this planet. And that work is your purpose. The reason that you are still here is that the assignment that you have been given to help others, to be of service to others, to make somebody else's way smooth, even when yours is not. We give thanks as we breathe in, because we know the power of the breath. And as we breathe out and exhale, we give thanks for this energy that is flowing through us as we breathe in and as we breathe out. And now let's take that breath as we breathe in to the top of the head. Feel that energy moving up to the hot top of the head as we raise those arms above our head and we breathe in and we breathe out. And we breathe in again. Raising those hands to the top of the head, and as we breathe out, and once more, breathe in. And as we breathe out, turn to the side. Oh, if you're in a high back chair like I am, or if you're not, still, just breathe in and breathe out. Breathe in. And as you breathe out, turn to the side and stretch on the other side, squeezing those organs, waking those organs up this morning because they've been asleep just like we have. And sometimes we need to bring them out too. And rotate those shoulders backwards and forwards. Ooh, that feels good. Still breathing? Mm-hmm. All right, keep breathing. Feels good. Just waking the body up, giving thanks as we stretch and stretch and stretch as we continue to breathe in and to breathe out. As we take that breath, as we breathe it in, bringing that breath to the top of the head, down through the forehead and the face and landing on the shoulders, blow it out. As we breathe in, taking the energy of that breath, giving thanks for the power of the breath as it moves through the chest and down through the sides and the stomach and the back and the buttocks as we breathe in. As we rotate from side to side, doing the higher learning hip roll, we give thanks that a body in motion stays in motion. That's what I had an 88-year-old lady at the gym tell me, baby, that's how I look so good. She said, because I move all the time. So even when you're sitting, just a little rock back and forward as we breathe in. Sending love, light, and energy of the breath down through the thighs and the knees. Oh, yes, those glorious knees that sometimes say, Zelda, you need to get up and walk a little bit more, baby. Working on it immediately after the show this morning as we breathe in. Sending more love, light, and energy down through the legs and the ankles and the arches and the feet and the toes. Yes, feel free to wiggle those toes. Oh, you can feel those toes. That's energy because somebody somewhere can't move nothing. So give thanks and stop complaining. See the good in everything as we breathe in. And as we breathe out. Feeling that energy as we breathe in. Let us bring that energy back up from the feet. Bringing that energy back up through the legs and the thighs and the buttocks and the back. Giving thanks for the power of the breath as we breathe in. And as we breathe out. Breathe in. Bringing that energy back up through the hips and the thighs and the back and the sides and the arms and the solar plexus. As we stretch and stretch and stretch, giving thanks for the power of the breath. As we breathe in, hold it. And as we breathe out, blow it out. And as we take one long, last, deep inhale. Inhale. And as we exhale, bring your head forward, chin to chest, and slowly rotate that head around to the left. Slow down. You're moving too fast. I want you to feel the increments in your neck as it stretches over to the right. Yeah, that feels good. Bring it back around to the front. All right. Head up. Inhale deeply. And as you exhale, bring the head back down, chin to chest, and slowly rotate the head to the right. Slow down. I want you to feel that stretch in the neck as you bring it around to the left and back around to the front. Head up. Inhale deeply. And look to the left as far as you possibly can, feeling a stretch on the right side of the neck. Yeah, that feels good. And head back forward. Inhale deeply. And as you exhale, look to the right as far as you possibly can, feeling a stretch on the left side of the neck. Yeah, that feels good. And bring the head back. Feels good, doesn't it? Yes, there's nothing like a good stretch. Inhale deeply. One last long, deep inhale deeply. And exhale. And just sit with the breath and the energy of love, because you have just changed the frequency in which you are operating on. It is a level of consciousness that many want and desire, but are not willing to do the work, the mindfulness meditation exercise that we just practiced, that gives us that little extra. So when chaos and confusion shows its head during the course of the day, we do what? We simply breathe in and breathe out. And just be with that breath, giving thanks that you have it. And it is available to you at any given moment when you are stressed the out. You simply start breathing. And if anyone or anything appears in your reality and it appears to be stressful, baby, you just inhale and exhale. And when you exhale, do it through the mouth. And if you got a little garlic, a little funk on your breath, I promise you they're going to bag up. Because you and I both know. Or you forgot to brush your teeth. That funk from the breath first thing in the morning. Whoo, baby, please back up. Anyway, that is your Monday morning mindfulness meditation. And you can find more on my social media pages. Zelda Speaks, the number 2 and the letter U. And also I got a Zelda Speaks. 2ME, me. Don't ask me how that happened. You know, I'm used to this social media is okay. All right. Anyway, that's what it is. So be sure and check it out. Check out my blog too, zeldaspeaks.wordpress.com. And that's your Monday morning mindfulness meditation. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope that you will share it with someone, because we are all stressed out and we need all the help that we can get. So just know that. This is Monday morning mindfulness. It is 7:27. I hope you enjoyed the Monday morning mindfulness meditation. And we've got some comments here. Naima says, oh, wow. Lawrence Lenore. Grand Rising, Lawrence Lenore. Thank you so much for joining us this morning. Lawrence Lenore is a young man I met some years ago at the post office. And he's doing wonderful things in the community. So be sure and check him out. I just love the fact when he starts out his good morning to everyone, he says, good morning, my kings and queens, my prince and my princesses. I've just never heard that before. So I just think it's phenomenal. So thank you, Lawrence Lenore, for sharing that this morning. And I do know that you're from Chicago and you're on LinkedIn. So I've never had a lot of people from LinkedIn. They always look at it afterwards because they're getting ready for work. So thank you so very much for sharing that. And Grand Rising. Naima says, I'm starting a live cast on Podbean. Okay, now I am going to, I don't know. Okay, if you all can figure that one out. I don't know how to copy and paste it, Naima. So you're going to have to join me to share that, because I'm new at this, y'all. So bear with me. But I want to, I'll pull that up during the commercial, because Naima will be joining us, and anyone else who wants to join us. Actually, You can't call in at the Blog Talk channel, but you can call this number, which is 312-602-3373. I hope I said that right. 312-602-3373. And you can say something if you want. Yep, 602-3373. You can call in and say something, or you can post it online. And that is your Monday morning mindfulness meditation. And we are going to take a quick break here and tell you a little bit about the Global Virtual Teen Talent Contest. But before I do that, let me remind you, if you want to receive exclusive updates and things of that nature, you can text us at 312-383-9749 for exclusive updates, and we'll also include you in the weekly newsletter that goes out. So that's 312-383-9749. And if you are a parent of a teen, or a guardian of a teen, or uncle, aunt of a teen, then you know that our children have talents beyond measure. And we want to help them promote that talent. And we do that with the Global Virtual Teen Talent Contest, which airs every last Saturday of the month. So we'll show you a little promo, and we'll be right. Okay.
Hey there, talented teens. Are you ready to showcase your skills and potentially win cash prizes and scholarships? We're excited to announce our Global Virtual Teen Talent Contest, where you can enter by submitting a 1-minute video of your unique talent. Here's how to participate. 1. Record a 1-minute video of yourself performing your talent. 2. Share the video on TikTok. Include the hashtag Global Virtual Teen Talent Contest. 3. Tag 3 friends who also have amazing talents. Submit your video by the deadline. We can't wait to see all of the amazing talents that you have to offer. Remember to be creative and have fun with it. The top talents will be selected by a panel of judges and will be announced shortly after. So don't wait, start filming, and good luck.
Grand Rising, and thank you so much for joining me. I'm your host, Zelda Speaks, the stressologist. Any stress in your life? Well, most of us do. Unfortunately, we don't know what to do with that stress, especially as it relates to worry. I was once a worried about everything, and I finally figured it out with some training. Yeah, I've been certified with the American Society of Training and Development, National Speakers Association, and a host of others. But none of those organizations helped me stop worrying. They just gave me validation for the public to see what credentials I have. So the credentials I have now are from life experience, and I've learned how not to worry. And you can learn how not to worry too, because it is indoctrinated in us to worry. We don't have the answers, so we think the worst is going to happen. Well, I got a solution to that, and that is the Worry Workshop. So I'm going to pull that up for you on my blog, Why do you worry when you don't have to? Go to my blog, zeldaspeaks.wordpress.com, and you can sign up right there and find out how you. And remember, sharing is caring. If you care about yourself and your loved ones, help them see their way out of a mess. Give them the gift. It makes a great birthday gift. It makes a great holiday gift. So instead of running to the store getting something that they really might not need, give them a worry-free life. Give them the gift of a worry-free existence. And thanks for sharing. Make it a great day. Grand Rising, and thank you for joining us back here on the Female Solution and the Higher Learning Network TV show, which airs Tuesdays at 6, Wednesdays at 1 on channel 19 and 24/7 on the World Wide Web Higher Learning TV show. And it is now that time in which we honor those who have come before us to make our way possible. And that is our very own tribute to DJ Casper. And I want to share with you the page, the on-air news devoted to Casper. And many did not know what I just found out, and that is the fact that this celebration of life that we're having for him, DJ Casper was in a place that we knew nothing about. So speak for yourself, Zelda. So this is on-air news. It's on-air daily news. It's the on-air radio network and for media affiliates. And this is done by the producer of the Higher Learning, of the Female Solution, and Naima Latif, who will be joining us shortly. And she shares with us the information that some of us may not know. It's DJ Casper, inventor of the Cha-Cha Slide. And I will share that with you. He created an internationally famous group dance. I had no idea. So let me just share with you. The Cha-Cha Slide was a favorite at weddings, family reunions, cookouts, school dances, anywhere that people gathered, young and old. And its creator, DJ Casper, was regularly invited to public events to orchestrate crowd participation in this popular dance. He reportedly succumbed to after a long struggle with cancer, passing away at the age of 58. A Chicago native, he first created the dance in 1998 for his nephew, a personal gym trainer. How about that? Who knew? I didn't. It quickly became, and he was a co-worker, okay? It quickly became a theme for social gatherings, in that anyone, young or old, in or out of shape, I love that, could participate. After touring internationally and performing the song worldwide up until 2016, Casper returned to Chicago and was diagnosed with cancer. He performed most recently at the Taste of Chicago, the Chicago Sky basketball game, halftime shows, and other local events as he continued to work toward regaining his health. And this is a photo by our very own Parthenia Luke. She is a master photographer, and that's a picture of him at the I do believe that's one of the local festivals. So that's our very own Casper. And if you have any comments that you would like to share, I had no idea that Casper had performed. He had toured internationally with James Brown, the Godfather of Soul. Who knew? Really? Yeah. We live and we learn, don't. So I just thought I'd share that with you. And I've got another page up here that I want to share with you as well. And you can always keep up with what he's doing by going to, we've got a couple of blogs here on the Higher Learning Network TV show. It's our blog. So it's hlntv.blogspot.com. You get that? The Higher Learning Network TV show. It's I guess I should put that in because some people say I talk too fast. And I know I do, but, I apologize for that. Let me put that in there. HLN-TV. Y'all forgive me. I know I'm new at this social media stuff. You have young people to do this for you, but I got to do it. hlntv.blogspot.com. So let me type that in. And you can go to it now. hlntv.blogspot.com. Yep, there it is. Oh, really? See, they don't want me sharing stuff with you that is going to help you. I get this all the time. Here's what Facebook said. hlntv.blogspot.com couldn't because it goes against community standards. And the community standards are that I'm telling you the truth. The truth is we have been dumbed down to think that anyone who tells their version of the truth it's going against what they deem appropriate for us to watch or to listen to. So when we were talking, when COVID first hit, they would shut us down every day, all day, because we were telling people to use natural home remedies, because that's what I grew up on. Going to the backyard, getting some, I was in Mississippi at the time. So that's why I learned from that, because my mom was always at work. And when she passed, I was sent south to live with an aunt. So this is my Aunt Edna. That's not her, that's me, but that's my blog, zeldaspeaks.wordpress.com. And this is a tribute celebrating my brother Kittrell Bradley, whose birthday is August 18th. This coming Friday, my big brother Kittrell Bradley. And he don't look like it on here, but he looks like Philip Michael Thomas. I didn't recognize. It's your brother. You don't see him as fine or cute or nothing like that. This is my brother. And all my girlfriends loved him. So I should have known something then. But you're young, you just hanging out, chilling. You don't think nothing like that. But anyway, I want to scroll down. That's my big brother Kittrell Bradley. We're born 2 days apart. And this is where the tribute to DJ Casper of the Cha Cha Slide is. And I just want to share that with you. We may not remember their name. We may not remember exactly what they said, but we will always remember how they made us feel. Ain't that the truth? How they made us feel, y'all. He always made us feel like getting up on the floor, slide to the left, slide to the right. Anyway, before retiring from radio at WGCI, Gospel Radio 1390 B103, I was blessed to know this young man and his jovial spirit. The last time I saw him was at Herb Kent's funeral. Do you know how long that's been? What, 5, 6, 7 years? I see him on TV, but up close and personal, just, hey, how you doing? Anyway, that was years ago. I've seen him perform many times since then, online and television. Always an upbeat kind of fella, even while battling cancer. He fought a good battle, but now moving on to the upper room, baby, to teach the cha-cha slide with the ancestors. And those ancestors include, but not limited to, just in case you did not know, those ancestors include Yvonne Daniels from WNUA Smooth Jazz 95.5, where I was a producer for the Denise Jordan Walker show back in the day. You remember Denai Alexander? Okay, Naima, gotcha. Denai Alexander was the Greek lady who everybody thought was a black lady, and Denise Jordan Walker was the black lady, and they thought she was a white lady. That was so funny. People used to call in all the time, and it was just funny. Anyway, I just want to share that with you. Anyway, that's that's Yvonne Daniels. Shenandoah. Y'all remember Shenandoah? Loving You Like a Sister from WGCI FM. Shenandoah, baby. Another ancestor, Herb Kent the Cool Gent, B103, worked at every radio station on the planet. Richard Pegee from Dusty Radio 1390 before it became Gospel Radio 1390. Richard Pegee, that's where you get the Zelda from when I announced the iText information. of how you can, if you are a business owner or an entrepreneur. I apologize for that. Let me go back to which big Tornado. Remember Big Daddy Woo Woo? Yeah, he was at V103 too. Doug Banks, Dan Ryan head WGCI, Val Landon, WGCI, former news director for WVON, and Mel Devine, V103. I know I forgot somebody. Oh, Angel. Angel used to work with me at WGCI. He made his transition like a year ago. I didn't even know it. But, you know, we live and we learn. Friday, August 18th, this Friday, my big brother, Kadrell Bradley, his birthday is this Friday, but it is also the visitation time from 4 until 7 p.m. at Southwest Memorial Chapel, 7901 South Kaminsky Avenue, 60652. And then on Saturday, August 19th, is visitation at Holy Temple Cathedral, 159th and Lincoln Avenue in Harvey, Illinois. And that visitation is from 9 until 10 a.m. and the service is from 10 a.m. until noon. So that you can find that information there and a whole lot of other information there at the Celebration of Life for DJ Casper. So now I want to know what you think about DJ Casper. I want to know your thoughts this morning. And somebody says hello, and we'll say hello right back to you. And I want to know if you'd like to call in and you can comment. It's not the old number. We are not using Blog Talk this morning because of technical issues, but you can call in at 312-602-3373. That's 312-602-3373. And I would also like to share with you the information from my girl, Troy Tyler, who also worked with him on V103 and WGCI. Excuse me. Troy and I go way back. And Troy shared some funny stories, some things that you can tell and some things you can't tell. But I will only tell the ones that I can tell. I do remember being at Herb Kent's funeral, and Casper had just walked in, and he was telling us that they were not allowing any filming for Herb Kent's funeral. And this is what, and I know Casper, and I'm thinking to myself, why would he say that to me when he know that this is what I do? We have a production company. We teach youth behind the scenes, radio, television, and print production on the Higher Learning Network. And I had already received permission from his daughter, from Herb Kent's daughter, Robin Kent, that it was okay to film the information. And my husband, Tony, was with me. He's a cameraman too. And he was like, did you hear what Casper just said? That you can't film anything? I said, well, I'm not responding to what Casper said, because I know what Robin said, and she said that I could film. So I moved forward. So that took care of that, but it was just mistaken. So I'm honored to know that the Chicago native that we know as Casper has gone on and left his mark. And that's the question that I present to you today is, what will you leave the planet? What will people say about you when you leave here? I'm working on that right now because I don't have children that I birthed into the world. I got a lot of nieces and nephews, and my sister had 7 children, and I'm sure I raised 4 of them. And a couple of just one of them, 2 of them passed. One is incarcerated, and the others are still here. And I'm very grateful they're up and working now, so they cannot, I shouldn't say they cannot, but they don't have to beg for me. How about that? They don't have to ask for me anything because they're all grown and they're working. So I am trying to show you the information for the cha-cha slide. And, oh, there it is right there, remembering Casper. Can I stop this? Yes, I can. So I can pull it up so you can hear it. This was a piece that was done on Casper on Channel 7 News, remembering DJ Casper. Why does this not want to move up? Oh, there you go. There you go. Remembering DJ Casper. So I need you to text somebody right now so that they can see this, what you are experiencing as well. That's DJ Casper, our very own creator of the Cha-Cha Slide. And I just want to share this with you in case you haven't had a chance to see it.
It is an international sensation. Did you ever think it would be this big?
No. When I first did it, I did it as an aerobic exercise for my nephew at Valley. From there, it just took off. Elroy Smith from WGCI grabbed a hold of it. I have one of the biggest songs that's played in all stadiums: hockey, basketball, football, baseball. They played it at the Olympics. It was just something, that everybody could do.
DJ Casper has performed his popular line dance all over the world.
I was touring with James Brown.
Wow. But everything came to a halt when the icon was diagnosed with cancer.
They diagnosed me in 2016 with 2 forms of cancer, which is renal and neuroendocrine, which is kidney and liver. So they went in to try to do surgery, and they found out that the kidney was connected to the main artery, so they decided not to do it. They decided to just treat it.
His battle brought waves of challenges over the years. Most recently, Casper shared with me that he was having trouble eating and was losing a lot of weight.
I used to weigh 236 pounds, and I think I'm about 60 pounds lost. If you know me, you know I'm not gonna stop. I'm gonna continue to go. I will continue to go till I can't go.
As we remember this legendary DJ,
Slide to the left.
Casper told me he hopes his cha-cha slide will always serve as a reminder of the power of unity, community, and positivity. He leaves behind this important message for those who are struggling.
Anybody that's going through cancer, know that you got cancer and cancer don't have you. So keep on doing the cha-cha slide.
Oh, I love that. I just love that. I just
hear the song all the time. You hear everybody clap your hands.
Chicago's own DJ Casper, an icon and visionary, leaving behind a song that brings people together from all walks of life. He invited me to his home in May to reflect on his dynamic career and the slide that made him a legend. It is an international sensation. Did you ever think it would be this big?
No. When I first did it, I did it as an aerobic exercise for my nephew at Valley. From there, it just took off. Elroy Smith from WGCI grabbed a hold of it. I have one of the biggest songs that's played in all stadiums: hockey, basketball, football, baseball. They played it at the Olympics. It was just something, that everybody could do.
DJ Casper has performed his popular line dance all over the world.
I was touring with James Brown.
Wow. But everything came to a halt when the icon was diagnosed with cancer.
They diagnosed me in 2016 with 2 forms of cancer, which is renal and neuroendocrine, which is kidney and liver. So they went in to try to do surgery, and they found out that the kidney was connected to the main artery, so they decided not to do it. They decided to just treat it.
His battle brought waves of challenges over the years. Most recently, Casper shared with me that he was having trouble eating and was losing a lot of weight.
I used to weigh 236 pounds, and I think I'm about 60 pounds lost. If you know me, you know I'm not gonna stop. I'm gonna continue to go. I will continue to go till I can't go.
As we remember this legendary DJ,
Slide to the left.
Casper told me he hopes his cha-cha slide will always serve as a reminder of the power of unity, community, and positivity. He leaves behind this important message for those who are struggling.
Anybody that's going through cancer, know that you got cancer and cancer don't have you. So keep on doing the cha-cha slide.
All right now. So keep on doing the child slack. Now I have to comment on that because what I'm about to say may offend someone, and that's okay. Because my feelings don't hurt easily. I was raised by boys, and they put me in a headlock, threw me around, made me tough. So what you say about me ain't none of my business, but I'm gonna tell you what's on my mind. I appreciate the fact that he shared his journey of cancer. I appreciate the surgeons, the doctors, the medical profession. But what I don't appreciate is the lies that we're being told. And we're being told that there is no cure for cancer. And that is incorrect information. The cure for cancer has been around since. It's always been here. The fact is, there is so much money to be made in the cancer arena that there's no way we're going to shut this down. We got the walkathons, the runathons, the pink ribbons, the t-shirts. This is a conglomerate. See, you must remember where you live. To the world, America, USA is number one in everything. But we live here. We know that not to be true. So the fact that we are told that there is no cure for cancer may or may not be true. Dr. Sebi, I know you remember Dr. Sebi. If you don't, look him up. He is the doctor that the left eye went to see in British Honduras in her plane crash. And I say that it crashed because they didn't want her coming back sharing that information here in the United States, that there is a place that you can go and get quiet and do like we did this morning meditation and listen and talk to the cells in your body, talk to your brain, your heart, liver, lungs, spleen, spine, kidneys, pancreas, the digestive, elimination, assimilation. You can talk to all those systems. You have that available to you. But because the medical profession does not teach us that we are in control of whatever disease that appears in our body. Tony, excuse me, y'all. Can you please bring me Louise Hay's book right there as you walk in the door on the shelf? See, for every physical challenge that we have, there's a mental cause. And Viata talked about that on her show last night on Soul Purpose Healing, because, see, the doctor's not going to tell us that. But we did have Dr. Terry Mason. Remember Dr. Terry Mason? He says he's big, big name in the medical profession. He says we had, I think, 4 to 8 years of medical training. When you walk in the room, did I put your letter in? That Louise Hay's book, You Can Heal Your Life. When you walk in the door, right there, look down in the book, in the little thing. I digress. 4 years medical training, 4 hours of nutritional training. Yep, that's it. Thank you very much. 4 hours of nutritional training. And I used to get mad at my doctor because I would tell her thing, my diabetes specialist. And by the way, go to diabeticdonut.com, diabeticdonut.com, because I digress. I do that all the time. It comes with whatever. Anyway, you can post your comments there. Diabeticdonut.com. That's where I found out that I was diabetic, had been diabetic for 10 years and didn't even know it. And had not my sister, Creasy, bless her heart, had she not, she's the nutritionist of the family. She went to a farm somewhere in Iowa. She goes every year. And she gets all these herbs and everything. She met people who had cancer, who it was in revision for 10, 20, 30 years, and they were still living. And then she gave me this drink that I drink every morning: apple, beet, cucumber, lemon, ginger, kale, turmeric. And it doesn't taste that great, but it does great things for the body. And As a matter of fact, I made some while I was in Memphis with my niece. And I do apologize. I have yet to post it. I'm kind of slow on this posting stuff. So, but I'm going to post it on Zelda Speaks on my Instagram page. Zelda Speaks, the number 2 and the letter U. I'm going to post that and show you how I made it. And you can do it in like 15, 20 minutes. I don't cook, but I can juice. I can make a hell of a juice. Okay. Anyway, I digress. Back to Dr. Seeley. And be sure and post your comments. Anything that you want to say, post it online on our Facebook and YouTube channel, Higher Learning TV Show. But I've got to share this with you. Louise Hay, we're talking about cancer and how there's a myth that there is no cure for it. The cure is here. What? You mean I got cured my cancer? I am saying that the root of all disease is in the mind, because it's in our emotions, because my husband is my biggest challenge. Because I sit here every Monday morning with you during this Monday morning mindfulness meditation, not as a teacher or an instructor, but as a student, because I am triggered every single day. But I was so proud of myself. What was it, yesterday or the day before? You know, couples get married and they argue, even if they're not married, and they have a difference of opinion. I don't like to call them arguments. I like to call them disagreements, because we can agree to disagree. Just because you say one thing don't make it so, and just because I say one thing don't make it so. I know I digress. I do it all the time, but I just had to share that with you. I had to share the fact that I was so proud that I had done my meditation that morning, and when he snapped, I didn't. I just looked at him and went, and he knew what that meant. Go somewhere, sit down, and do some deep breathing. And that's what he did. And it was beautiful. The rest of the day was beautiful. And I was like, oh my God, he's listening. I thought he wasn't, but he was. And I'm so glad you're listening, because if you're listening and watching, this is the book that you want, by Louise L. Hay. You Can Heal Your Life. This book has made me see things differently with these eyes, because these eyes will fool you. You have to look at the eyes of the heart, because we are always, who used to say, don't let them lying eyes fool you. So I just want to look up, for every disease, there is a mental issue going on. You heard the book, Issues in Your Tissues? Please get it. It will do you a world of good. Issues in your tissues, because for every medical issue we have, there's a physical reason for it. So I didn't look up cancer, but I think I will now. Cancer, right here it is, cancer. So can you see that? See where my finger is, where it says cancer? I'm going to read that to you. It gives you the problem, which is the cancer. It gives you the probable cause, which is what is going on in your life. And then it gives you a new thought pattern. So first I'm going to give you the problem. Cancer is the problem. The probable cause of the cancer is deep hurt, long-standing resentment, deep secret, or grief eating away at the self. Wow, the body devours itself. Oh my goodness. Carrying hatred. What's the use? That is the probable cause. Now, we need a new thought pattern. Change our way of thinking about a situation or a circumstance. People, places, and things get on your last nerve. The new thought pattern is, I lovingly forgive and release all of the past. I choose to fill my world with love, and I love and approve of myself. Wow. Let me read that again for you. I lovingly forgive and release all of the past. because you know we stay stuck in the past. I know anytime I hear some 70s music, it's like, baby, it's on and popping, right? There's nothing wrong with that. But you got to release the emotions, the experiences that were negative so that it doesn't begin to eat away at your body, causing chaos and confusion and disease. I lovingly forgive and release all of the past. I choose to fill my world with joy. I love and approve of myself. That is the word for that. So that's for Cancer. Get this book, y'all. This is next to the Bible because we have been taught that everything that is going on, I'm sorry, it's 8:04 and I have missed my commercial break, but I'll get to it in a minute. We have been taught that everything that we do in this life needs medical attention. That may be true when we are in harm's way or out of balance, so to speak, because that's all cancer is. There's an imbalance in our lives, whether it's personal or professional. That balance causes chaos and havoc in the body, and it shows up as dis-ease. Now, I can't talk about Casper until I talk about me. So I'm going to talk about me and my issue. My issue is diabetes. So let me share with you what that says. And I saw this and I was like, oh my God, Zelly's going to tell all your business. Everybody got something. Get over it, okay? That's me in my head going back and forth with the conversation in my head. You're not alone. You're one of a million people who had diabetes. Okay, so diabetes is the problem. The probable cause is longing for what might have been. Longing for what might have been. A great need to control, deep sorrow, and no sweetness left. Okay, so now it's time for me to tell all my business. But the affirmation is, this moment is filled with joy. I now choose to experience the sweetness of today. So now I got to go back and tell you what the probable cause was. Remember, I gave you diabetes was the problem, which is hyperglycemia mellitus, whatever that is. Diabetes is a technical term. And then the probable cause. So let me go for longing what might have been. I realized that when my mom passed, I was 10 years old, I believe, 9 or 10. And I felt so alone. I felt so abandoned because my brother, Patrick Bradley, rest in Lakeshore Drive heaven, because I always tell the story of how he was a engineer at a draftsman at ComEd, and how he was given the assignment to redesign the S-curve in Lakeshore Drive. Don't believe me? Go look it up on our YouTube channel, Higher Learning TV show. And you'll see it right there. Patrick's party, I think it was, just before he passed. We celebrated him. I digress. I told you I do that all the time. But anyway, I was looking for what might have been. When he and his wife, who Beatus, love her dearly, but she was going through what she was going through. She didn't want children. She just, and I don't blame her. She did not want children because she had just finished her teaching degree to become a teacher. Because she loved children. She just didn't want them right away. She wanted to teach other folks children. And that's what she did. But because Beatus didn't want children, and he loved his wife, and he had all these sisters and brothers, he didn't know what to do with them. He, get an adult to take care of these kids. He just came home from the Vietnam War, so he needed peace with his wife. So his wife said, send your children, send your sisters and brothers out to live with Aunt Edna. Thank you, Aunt Edna took us in. My hat's off to you. She's dead and gone. She transitioned. She's with the elders now. But had it not been for Aunt Edna and the experience that I had of picking cotton, at 10 years old in 110-degree weather in Crenshaw, Mississippi. I digress. I told you I'll do that. Had I not had that experience, I would not be grateful for the experience I just had this past week when I went to Memphis, and an hour later went to Crenshaw, Mississippi, Sledge, Mississippi, two little towns 5 minutes from each other. And I sat in the sun for 2 days because that's what my spirit told me to do. There was some shade in this 101 degree weather, but I sat there and it was so hot. All I could do was drink. I drank not hot. I drank a cup of cold tea, a glass of cold tea, and sweat. And what, that's all I could do because it was too hot to go anywhere and do anything. You had to wait till nighttime to go out. So it's like, that's not happening. Anyway, I said all that to say this. As a result of him sending us south, I felt abandoned. So I have abandonment issue as it relates to relationships, because I never wanted to be in a committed relationship because I always thought the man was going to leave me. I've been with my husband 15 years and he keeps telling me I ain't going nowhere. Sometimes I wish he would, take a walk. But anyway, I digress. Anyway, that was my issue, why I needed to control myself. I needed to control my tongue. I needed to control my relationship. I needed to control everything. And I was controlling nothing, because in here I was in control, but I was out of control because my eating was out of control. I was, what do they call it? The safe food. What do they call it? Comfort food, cake, butter cookies. Lord have mercy. Butter cookies, sweet potato pie. Well, real velvet cake just came out. It wasn't out when I was a kid. If it did, I ain't know nothing about it. Pound cake, butter pecan, ice cream, chat. Anything with sugar, I would eat it. And I got the dental bill to prove it, and the stomach to prove it, and diabetes as a result of that. So I needed to control my environment because I had no control over it, because I was sent south and didn't know these people. People didn't know me. Then I got to go work on a farm, and a cotton farm at that, picking cotton. It was a horrible experience as a child. But now that I'm grown, and I look back and I said, wow, that was such a blessing in disguise, because I would not have known what cotton looked like. And I got a little piece of cotton. I got some because I went to Target, I believe, not Target, Dollar Tree. They were selling cotton. I could not believe this. I am behind in my commercial break. So while I show you this commercial break, I'm going to come back and share this with you so you'll know exactly what I'm talking about. Text somebody, email somebody, and let them know this is the story that they need to hear. And I'll be right back so I can show you this.
The Female Solution Global Radio TV Show invites you to an invigorating conversation with our team of hosts Monday through Friday, 7 a.m. to 9 a.m. Central Time. Start your week with Monday Morning Mindfulness with Zelda Speaks. Tuesdays, Self-Cell Care with Jody Susan. Wednesdays, Repairing Broken Families with Naima Latif and co-host Kareem Hamid. Thursdays, Soulful Solutions with Dr. Debbie Green. And Fridays, Health and Wellbeing with Beata. Saturdays, tune in 12 noon to 2 p.m. Central Time. First Saturday, Success Strategies with Jana. Second Saturday, Wendy Williams Esquire on relationships. Third Saturday, Move Around with Deborah. And fourth Saturday, Wisdom with Mama D. Join us Sundays, 7 p.m. to 9 p.m. Central Time for Soul Purpose Healing with Beata. Call in and comment 515-605-9325. Press 1 to speak to the host and be a part of the solution.
And that is the Female Solution, which airs every single day of the week from 7 a.m. until 9 a.m. Central Standard Time on blogtalkradio.com. Oh, no, it's not on Blog Talk. So let me not say that again. It's on Podbean, and I don't have the link, and I will have it when Naima comes on, but I'll share that with you. But I had to go and get this cotton that I brought back from Mississippi. And no one could have ever told me that this cotton would bring me so much joy. Picking cotton, Zelda, gave you joy? No, it's the memory of the cotton to show me how I have evolved. Because you can't feel it, but there's a little seed in there. Can you see that little seed? And that little seed was in the husk. I don't have it. Oh, if the husk is here. This is what I go to Dollar Tree and found. I was like, Ain't this a blip? Cotton. They sold it for $1.25. I will never open it, but I just had to show it to you. Because see, this is, remember I was trying to pull the seed out? This is the stalk. See that little brown part? That's the stalk, and you've got to pull the cotton out of that stalk. You see that? This is what's being sold at Dollar Tree. Why would anybody want to buy some cotton like this at Dollar Tree? Well, you bought it. Yes, because I have a story to tell. But not everybody pick cotton in this world. And I wouldn't advise anybody who wants it. And then I come to find out I'm riding down the expressway. I wanted to get some footage, but I didn't. In 2023, y'all, people are still picking cotton. Can you believe that? Yes, they are still picking cotton. There are machines available to pick the cotton, so you don't have to pick the cotton. But evidently, the farmers who employ people to pick cotton, they can't afford the machine, so they're still using hands to do it. But I said all that to say this: that the memories that you hold of the past will keep you in bondage, will keep you in a place that you don't want to be longer than you want to be there. So this is a process of letting go. And I've let go. I've forgiven anyone who may have harmed or injured me in any way because I picked up this book. Yep, and I went there. Louise Hay, You Can Heal Your Life. It's on audio too, because on audio, you can listen because you need to hear the words so they can sink into your consciousness. And what I love about this book is that I can read it over and over and over again until it becomes a part of who I am. Why are we talking about this, Zelda? Because I need to share with you that there is a cure for cancer, and you've been played for years. And the truth is always revealed. Dr. CB lost his life for it because he told the truth. He went to Supreme Court and they kicked it out because he had proof that he had cured people with cancer. So what does that mean? Anyway, let me go back. So I was longing for what might have been. I was longing for the life of a child with her mother and her family because we were all split up. Three were sent south, and the other 3 were wrong, so they gone on their own. I had a great need to control. I had a great need to control my environment. I could not control where I was sent. I could not control how I was thinking. I could not control anything. So that showed up later in my relationships. And deep sorrow. Yes, I had deep sorrow because I cried and I cried and I cried some more, and nobody heard those tears. And I just felt left out, alone, abandoned. Nobody wanted me. I felt ugly because I was told I was ugly. And I always told I was fat. I mean, here you are, 10 years old and you fat. I was tall and skinny, but I was fat to somebody. And I carried that with me all of my life. You see, I'm still we call it big bone in the South. I'm still a big bone girl, but I'm still a big girl. So I am still in the process of releasing that. You notice how older people, they lose weight when they get older? Because they've been carrying around all that garbage up here. And eventually all that stuff has to dissolve, even if it dissolves into disease. So if we can prevent that or contain that, especially when it comes to cancer, because Casper had cancer. I just got he's trying to call in, so I've got and I may have it on mute this moment. Oh, okay, so I'll deal with that in a minute, but right now I've been longing for what might have been, a great need to control, deep sorrow, and no sweetness left. So there was no sweetness left in my life. So I had to get sweetness the only way I knew how, which was food. And that's why I became a diabetic and was a diabetic for 10 years and did not know I could have died. But the Creator, whom I choose to call the universe, you can call it God, Allah, Buddha, Jesus, Yud-Hey-Wav, hey, it doesn't matter. It matters to you. And it matters to me. So what you choose to call it, that's okay. But the affirmation is, this moment is filled with joy. Right here, right now, talking to you, this moment right here, right now, is filled with joy. And I am just ecstatic, happy, to be here with you today to share this information, because this information wasn't around when I was a kid. And then again, it might have been, but I just wasn't in the right circles to know this kind of information. So I thank you for being here with me today so that you can go and share this information with somebody. Baby, you got to get this book. If you want something different in your life, you got to do something different. And that's doing something different is doing something outrageous, going against the grain. Because the grain tells us we got to go see the doctor. Then if they can't cut it out, burn it out, sting it out, or some kind of cut it out, that's not the way. We have issues. Whoop, back it up. Medical disclaimer here. I am not a physician. I've been called a metaphysician. That is not of my choosing. But there are alternatives. Just like when chiropractors first came out, they all called them quacks. I stopped going to the doctor for my back. I had lower back pain, and it creeps up every now and then. So I know when I have mental issues going on. We've got mental issues all the time, child. When my back starts acting up, it's time for me to walk and go get some clarity and go sit by the water and the grass and watch it. I'll share that with you, because back pain is something we all have because we sit at computers all day. So the affirmation for that is, this moment is filled with joy. I now choose to experience the sweetness of this day. So thank you for allowing me to share my sweetness and my joy for the day with you. And it is all because of Casper, DJ Casper. He made this possible. You see how when one person leaves, it brings a lot of people together, and we need that in our community right now. Our community meaning human beings. I'm not talking about color. I'm talking about character. We as human beings need to stick together, because there are evil forces in this world who want us to go in the other direction. And the other direction is not always the right direction. So now I'm going back to the part about my back. And if you have a part of your body that is giving you a challenge, type it in there, and I'll look it up in the book for you. And Naima Latif will be coming on with us shortly. But let me go back to back, because we all have back problems. It says the back represents the support of life. The probable cause, the back is the problem. The probable cause, it represents the support of life. And the affirmation, which is a new thought pattern that replaces the old thought pattern that says, I know that life always supports me. Let me say that again. I know that life always supports me. Now, it may not support us in the way that we expect it to, but it will support you. So what is it that you need support with this morning? What challenges are you having? If you are in need, you can call in. Oh, and our Podbean listeners, thank you. Podbean listeners. Naima is already downtown. The mayor is speaking at McCormick Place, so I've sent her the link, so she will be joining us at some point. But I need to know what your issues are. And you can call in at 312-602-3373. Now, there's another one here that I just recognized. Belching. Oh, wow. I guess you got to tell all my business. But I'm going to come back to it, because we have with us our executive producer, Naima Latif, who is on location at, I believe it's McCormick Place. Grand Rising, sister. Thank you for joining us this morning.
Yes, Grand Rising. And thank you all for tuning in today. And
and she just got froze somewhere, but I'm sure she's walking, so she'll unfreeze herself. In the meantime, let's go back to belching. And the probable cause is fear, golfing life too quickly. Wow. Okay, go ahead,
Yes.
Lane. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So the Mayor Brandon Johnson is speaking at a global conference this morning at McCormick Place. And as always, we want to share that with our viewing audience. If I lose the signal, I'll try to come back.
Okay.
But one of the things that you had mentioned about the whole cancer thing, which I think it is important for us to let our viewers know that the cure for cancer has been available for a long time, for decades. And as you've said, it does start with the emotions. And doctors are not trained to tell you about the mind, body, spirit connection, nor are they trained to tell you about nutrition.
So it's not their fault. They weren't
It's
trained.
not your fault. They weren't trained. They're not going to tell you these things. So if you say, well, my doctor's not saying so and so, your doctor doesn't know. Your doctor isn't being trained in the latest discoveries and the latest cures. Your doctor is only trained in methods of treatment of the symptoms. So you have to love yourself enough to explore and be willing to do something different. And there's a lot of things that once we're allowed to know, or once we choose to know, we'll find that our bodies are repairing themselves all the time. And if we would just fix the emotional distress, then we would not be sending energy to our bodies that causes our organs to malfunction. Now, one thing is for certain, and we also should be taught that, and that's all of us come here with an exit plan. We plan to leave because this is not a forever place. It's a just like just like you go to school, you plan to graduate. You don't plan to keep going. Now, I have a friend that has been going to college for like the last 40 years, and everybody's like, when are you gonna graduate? But they just keep taking classes. So you're like, okay, well,
They
when are you
call them
going to finish?
professional students. Professional
Yes.
students.
But the goal really is to finish. And so Earth is like a course that you take, and learning how to maintain your high vibration, your spiritual light, even in a negative environment where many people have become disconnected with the source of life and are operating on a very low vibration. So this is the class that we're all taking here. But after you've gone through all the various things that you put in your curriculum to take, you know, your heartbreaks, your disappointments, your challenges, be it with your health or family or whatever, things that you put in your course to take, once you're done and you've achieved what you've achieved or set out to achieve, or at least attempted to achieve, once that's done, then you plan to leave. And so no one should look at any kind of transition as a failure. Oh, they failed to heal. They lost their battle with diabetes or cancer or brain tumor, whatever. Because when you enter the body, you have to have an exit plan. And many of us have chosen different plans as a way to awaken the rest of our species as to our power to heal. And so when we see things like a disease, is to challenge us to discover how to cure the disease. And something like cancer, which has been around a long time, is something that people like Louise Hay have been teaching us, is our body's communication to us that we need to heal our emotional distress, because our body is a communications tool, and it's telling us where we are distressed, where we are not loving ourselves. Maybe we're condemning and blaming ourselves. So every life teaches us something. And even the way people transition from this life teaches us something. And everybody's life teaches us something in the way they lived it. So we look at a man like DJ Casper, creative, talented. He used dance as a means to demonstrate unity. And it was such a powerful demonstration of what happens when we do something as a collective, how everybody benefits. And the reason why his dance was so popular, because everybody could participate. It didn't matter if you had a dance partner, you didn't need one. Just get up and dance. You didn't have to look a certain way or be any particular gender. Just have fun. And the joy was in moving in unity. So that was a very powerful symbol. I apologize, I'm walking past some street construction. But that was a very powerful symbol of unity that we can apply to anything, whether it be dance or mathematics. Whatever it is we're doing, if we do it as a collective group, it's more enjoyable, it's fun, everybody benefits. Now just think if in our classrooms, if the way we taught was, instead of each pupil competing and then you praise some for getting the lesson and you fuss at others and make them feel bad, what if instead of doing that, we had everything be a collective activity? I am not asking you to be on my broadcast.
Higher Learning Network. I think we got a caller, Naima. Hi, who's
All
this?
right, let's take that call.
Nelson Rockadeller, hold on. You are live on the air. Grand Rising. Where are you calling from, Nelson Rockadeller?
I am calling from my car in Chicago.
He's calling from his car in Chicago. Okay, love, what is your comment as it relates to the DJ Casper, the Cha-Cha Slide, creator of the Gospel Slide? Just in case you all don't know, Rockadella and I worked together at WGCI back in the day.
Exciting!
Yeah, Rockadella was bomb.com, and he is just a wealth of information. So what are some of your memories of Casper?
You know, Casper was so funny is that he always was smiling.
Yeah.
Always smiling. Never, I can't remember a time I didn't see him smile. And everything just positive. You know, and even when making the record and having the music and being number one, he never changed.
He sure didn't.
Yes, he was still very regular.
Yep.
Yes.
Yep. He was real.
Yeah, he never changed. He was still the same person. And even after he got sick, you know, of course you're going through the ups and downs of it. But when he got out and about and around his people, around 10 people that he didn't know, he still shining.
Yes, he was.
Mm-hmm. And the last time I saw him was 2019 at Al Greer's birthday party.
Oh yeah.
That's the last time I saw him, and I took a picture with him. And man, just knowing that how he went from my complexion to high yellow, but that still didn't matter.
Oh.
He was still him. It didn't
right.
matter. You know, no one made fun of him. You know, just the respect of him being Casper and the music. But when I look at him, I never look at him as, okay, he made this music and now he got the big head, but that's just never what he was.
Yeah.
And I hate to say was, but his music will always live on, especially at every party.
Yes.
I don't care if it's a house party, a something party, whatever. It don't matter. That record come on live and dance and do they know.
Yep. Because line dancing was like still is like a lifesaver, because there is such a shortage of partners on the dance floor The fact that you can get up and dance by yourself, with yourself, and still have a good time, he made that available to us. So
Yeah.
we're all very grateful for that.
And the great thing, I gotta learn that. I had to learn.
Yeah. Yeah. Yes, you did. Yes, you did. And I think everybody who lines dance will appreciate that. Because go ahead. There was
I just wanted to call in, put my 2 cents in.
Okay.
Most family know that he is missed. He will be.
Yes, he's already missed. So thank you so much, Rockadella, for calling in, and thank you for agreeing to participate in the upcoming. See, this is what Spirit is always telling me. You can't be slow on this radio documentary, girl, because we leaving here in numbers. So Herb the left. Well, I got plenty of footage of Herb, but it ain't nothing like having him here. Richard Peggy is gone. Big Daddy Woo Woo Tornado is gone. Mel Devon is gone. So there's a lot of them who have left. And I want to get this radio documentary completed before I leave here, so we can tell the untold stories of Chicago radio on WGCI V103 and Gospel Radio 1390. So thank you for calling in, Rockadella. All right, we appreciate you. Thank you so much for calling. And for those who want to call in, you can call too. 312-602-3373. That's 312-602-3373. You can call in, and I guess I should put that number down there too. But getting back to the body as a communication tool, Naima, it is very imperative that we understand the connection, because listening to Viada's show last night, you got to go back and hear it on Soul Purpose Healing. She was also on, I don't know, was she on? Well, Blog Talk wasn't working last night either, but Soul Purpose Healing. Go to Viada's Tiny Village or Viada Robinson, and I'll post all that information on my blog on zeldaspeaks.wordpress.com. Even though they don't want you to know the truth, I put it on there anyway, because I know that people that are supposed to see the information that we have to post, they will see it, whether whatever social media platform blocks it. If it's meant for you, it's gonna get to you one way or the other. That's just
right. Yeah. I gotta step away for just 1 second. I'll be right
okay.
back.
All right. And while you're away, I want to talk about the emotions of the body. The way it was explained is that our bodies are energy in motion. And when we are in motion, that energy fluctuates depending on the type of energy that comes to us from different kinds of people. So if they bring some negative energy, remember I told you about the part about breathing. And if you got a little funk on your breath, get that energy out of there. But if they're coming to you and that energy is good, let them come on in and be at peace with that. But if they're not, you got to blow them out, because this is the way that you protect your energy. This is the way that you protect the vibration of the frequency that you are living under, that you are living on, the way that you are expressing yourself, the way that you respond, not react to problems. So you want to keep that in mind. Our body as a communication tool, we are simply energy in motion. I love that. The quote, getting into your feelings. You in your feelings, all right. You are all up in them, and sometimes those feelings can take you in a direction you don't want to be and keep you there longer than you want to be there. So this is what this book is all about. We take full control of the issues in our tissues. And I believe Naima is back with us, and I'm pulling her back up here on the screen. She'll join us back here. Are you ready? Okay, she's inside now. Are you ready, Naima?
Well, it's not quite, but I guess I can.
Well,
yeah. They're not ready for me yet. So, but one of the things I wanted to say is the fact that
it's $3.
You know, I got a lot of background noise.
You want to wait till you come out of there? You want to wait till
Yeah.
you come out of there? Okay, yeah. Let's wait till you come out. Then I'll come back and I'll bring you back in. Because I want them to get the gist of why we have issues in our tissues. Because the doctors that we go to see, Western medicine, God bless them. We appreciate them. I need them. We all need them because they help us when we need it. And we need help. And when I had that surgery to save my leg, I needed them. I wasn't concerned about if they had nutritional training, that they only had 4 hours or 4 years of medical study, but they only had 4 hours in nutrition. So I don't blame them. This is the Western society medicine. See, if you never left the United States, they're pulling the wool over your eyes. You have to leave this country in order to see how other people see this country, because we're rated as number 1 in the world. So that means that we have been brainwashed since birth. And I talk about that in my first book that I wrote in the Passion Principles in 1997. And then I found out that I went to the Library of Congress, and I didn't go there, but I sent my information. And then I went to the Chicago Public Library to find out what section, because I wanted to be in the self-help section. Guess where they had me listed? In the occult, OCCULT, in the occult section. So that told me there was some truth in that book. And I talked about it in chapter 2 in programming programs for the programmer. They don't want to hear it. Every Monday morning right now going on, and very shortly at probably 10 o'clock in the morning, radio has, the sales team has a meeting with the programming department. It's all about programming, keeping you in a certain state of mind. And that state of mind, it produces issues in your tissues. I digress. But let me go back to Naima Latif, who is back here with us. Yes. On Air Network, onaireverywhere.com. And as you were saying before,
yes, when we can discover that we are creating every illness in our bodies, then we can choose to heal. And I want people to go online and look up QHHT. That's Quantum Healing Hypnosis Technique. It's a technique created by the late Dolores Cannon. Her organization and her children are still operating. And what she was a hypnotherapist. And what she discovered is that you have access to the deepest levels of your subconscious mind that knows everything, knows why you created the illness, and knows exactly how to heal it. And she has, in putting people in trance, had them instantly heal from terminal illnesses. Now, with this knowledge available, you would think that the world would be rushing to discover how to make this available so that everybody can be well. But medicine is a business. So the intention is not to heal you. The intention is to keep you paying for the treatments of your illness. Every single illness can be healed. You just need to discover what deep emotional trauma created the energy that caused your cells to malfunction.
Oh, Naima. You have got to repeat that. Quantum healing hypnosis technique.
Yes.
Say that again, what you just said. Repeat that, please.
Quantum healing hypnosis technique is a method developed by Dolores Cannon, a world-renowned hypnotherapist, a regression therapist who helps people. She developed a technique to get people into the deepest levels of their subconscious mind, where every answer to every question is contained. On a soul level, we know everything, and we are eternal souls having many life experiences. So sometimes your illness is not from this present life. It may be something carried over from a past life, or even in the way you died in a past life. So now just look at all the things that we're not even allowed to know. First of all, our religions won't allow us to understand that you don't have to earn eternal life. You're already an eternal being. You're having many, many lives, and each life is designed to help your soul understand more about how to return to that state of unconditional love, which is the reflection of the creative energy of the universe. God is only love, not anger, not punishment, not jealousy, all of these things, but just the energy of love. So we're learning how to return to that pure, loving energy in each of our life experiences. Anything that happens to us that is unloving, it creates a trauma. And that trauma is an emotion that, if not addressed and treated, will manifest in our bodies.
Sometimes as cancer.
Sometimes it's cancer. And the energy of cancer is the energy of anger and unforgiveness. Something's eating away at you.
Cancer. Say that again. The energy of cancer is what?
Anger and unforgiveness. Like something's eating away at you. Well, your cells literally begin eating away at you. That's what cancer is. So it could be something. It could be a parent that disappointed you in childhood. Maybe, never came around during your birthday, abandoned you and your mother, and you're still carrying that anger. Maybe it's a mother who was an alcoholic or a drug user and never gave you an affection or was verbally abusive. Maybe it was a sibling that bullied you. Maybe it was a teacher that treated you unfairly and humiliated you in class. Whatever unkindness someone does to you, that has an emotional impact, and the negative impact will cause you to generate negative energy that impacts the cells in your body. And this is how disease manifests. So your subconscious mind is able to help you discover where that pain lies and help you to heal it so that you are not making yourself sick. So the quantum healing hypnosis technique will access your subconscious mind in order to help you discover where you are still suffering and will help you heal emotionally. And Dolores Cannon's technique, she said she has seen people instantly heal. Once you discover the source of it, your body instantly heals.
Wow. And is that powerful or what?
That is powerful. Instantly.
Now, for someone listening, they may think that this is some hoodoo, voodoo, something ain't right. But that's because you don't know what you were just told. You didn't know that.
Right.
So if you didn't know that and you never had experienced that and you don't know anyone else who had experienced that, naturally, you're going to back away and be a little reserved. But until you do your homework, till you do the work, until you go and discover what quantum healing hypnosis technique is. I'm so glad you shared that, because whatever it is, I'm going to be a part of it, because I had some amazing, not events, but revelations revealed to me just this past week. I had to take a week off to go to Memphis and Mississippi together. I needed a vacation. I'll put it like that. And I took my computer with me like I'm going to work on it. I didn't pick that computer up and open it up not one time. Well, the day I was leaving, I did, because I had a little work to do. But to stay away from electronics and to stay and bathe myself in nature. I sat in 101 degree weather for 2 days in a row. All I could do was sit on the porch and sip tea and wipe sweat and have good conversation and have a revelation with the trees. Yeah, I talked to the trees. I thought Oprah was crazy, but now I know better. Because when you see the documentary on trees and how it can change your life, you'll understand. So I just wanted to share that with you. But go check out that page Naima just mentioned. What is quantum healing hypnosis? That was and I'll post that information on my blog too, on zeldaspeaks.wordpress.com. So you'll have the information. So you will have that. But thank you so much for sharing that, Naima, because that's the kind of information that someone may tell us to stay away from because we're messing with God's word. Come on now.
Well, you know, Dolores Cannon and her podcasts are still available. That's one thing about technology. It makes you immortal because a lot of people had not even known she had transitioned back in 2015. But her organization is still teaching this method. She traveled all over the world teaching people how to perform quantum healing hypnosis technique, and she lectured all over the world, literally all over the world. And just a modest little grandmotherly type of woman, but she literally changed everything in terms of our understanding of life because she had so many people that she regressed to past lives, and it even and they would tell even things that happened in history, you know, like what really happened, who really assassinated certain people, you know, all kind of stuff. And when she first started out in the 60s, her and her husband, he was an army officer. When she first started out, she got the accusations, oh, you all are messing with the devil, that's evil, you know, all of those kinds of things. And you still have a lot of religious people that will resist knowledge because of brainwash. They're the ones who keep us in this state of non-evolution by being afraid of everything that's new and different. And as a result, we don't benefit from knowledge when someone comes that is sharing it. So if people really desire to heal, they have to get over their fear in order to try something different that the establishment is not condoning or advocating if they want to heal. You have to want it bad enough to get over your fear. And then once you get over your fear and you discover it works, you'll want other people to do the same thing. And you'll be frustrated when they're still insisting on holding on to their fear. Because you're thinking, but what do you have to lose? What do you have to lose? You want to be sick for the rest of your life? And one of the things that Dolores Cannon was explaining on one of her podcasts, you know, even though all of us are only here for a short time, we some of us, we plan to go at a certain time, but there's always choice. You have different exit points that you may have this, okay, I may leave at this time, may leave at that time, or I may, you know,
we got a
stay a
call.
while. Oh, got a call. Let's take that call.
Grand Rising. Hi, who's this? Good morning, Troy Tyler. Thank you so much for calling in this morning. You are right on time as we are dedicating today's show to our former co-worker from WGCI. That would be Casper, DJ Casper.
I remember Ellen Smith getting everybody to wear WGCI t-shirts and then gathering together to do the first video for the Cha-Cha Slide with Casper. And then after we did that video, Casper was so enamored with just doing that. He's made tons of Cha-Cha Slide videos across the country, okay? And so he's just, and the funny thing about Casper, that Cha-Cha Slide, he was omnipresent with it. Let me tell you, I could be anywhere from the inner city of Chicago all the way to the suburbs, and out of the blue, Casper would just walk up. And then I look over, and there he is, because you can't miss him because he's a tall drink of water, you know that. And so I'm looking over, and he comes straight over, and he'll have the CD in his hand, and he'll whisper in my ear, Troy, tell the DJ to play, you know, my slide. And so I look, I said, well, Casper, he probably has the Cha-Cha Slide. And Casper would say, this is a new slide. And he would have a different slide, girl. When you would see him, he'd have not only the Cha-Cha Slide, but like a couple of other slides. So he was always recreating the dance, you know, the steps. That's the beauty of that whole sometimes I can turn in the wrong direction, and he's giving out directions. But I remember another time once we were at Richard W. DAZ, D103. Now, over there, we started, the world's largest steppers contest. So I remember being at Chicago, London with Casper at Center there, so they had to send you out for appearances and stuff. So we just get on there to get people qualified for the contest. And when I walked in, I was so happy to see Casper, because what better person to qualify people to step other than Casper? He was in roller skates, he steps, and that's what we were down there doing. And I can vividly see those pictures of he and I qualifying people to step. And then he was looking at me, he said, "Trey, you can step, right?" And I'm like, "Don't turn me, don't turn me." You gotta say this stuff. He was just a creative force, everywhere he went, everybody had a big Kool-Aid smile, on their faces. And he just loved doing what we saw him doing every day, if he could, as his life right on into the good Lord called him home. So that's what we're going to be doing at our weddings and anniversaries and birthdays and gatherings and card games and just, the backyard barbecue. It doesn't matter. Everyone's going to do. Oh, let me tell you another thing, too, about the Cha-Cha Slide. Casper did a commercial. I think it was for McDonald's. And, being SAG-AFTRA, when we all were working at D103, Casper called me, remember, Zelda, I was steward, me and Bonnie, running the show. And so Casper called me, he goes, "Troy, McDonald's wants to put my slide in the commercial." I said, "Really?" I don't know if anybody remembers that commercial. Some kids sitting the family was sitting at the breakfast table, and the kid puts on, I think, a boom box. I gotta look for that commercial. I can see it in my head. And he called me and he said, "Should I charge him?" I said, "We want you to do what with him?" He said it again. And I said, "Oh, charge him lots of money."
Hey, they got it.
Well, he gave me the commercial, because I don't know exactly how much he was giving. I didn't ask. That's so personal.
Okay.
So I just know he was asking because he didn't know what to say. And I just said, "Ask for lots of money," I said to him, because they were going to put the song in their television commercial, and they did. And the kid turns on the boom box and he starts shaking his head, and he's kind of in his head hearing this, while everybody at the breakfast table, they're just eating, but they just wanted to put a little snippet, of the song in the commercial. And so that's the reason why the song is so global, because when we did the videos, he would go all across the country.
Yes.
Sometimes out of the country, because his quest was to have the largest cha-cha slide, and so that's why there's always such huge gatherings when it's time. And people just rush to the dance, even the wallflowers just rush to the dance floor when they hear that song. So that's a legacy that he has left with all of us in our hearts and in our spirits. So
yeah.
To his family and everybody that loves Willie Casper Perry and his cha-cha slide, yeah. And the tour, he was always on tour.
Yeah, he was always on tour. I didn't know that he had toured with James Brown. Did you know that?
You know what? He would talk about all of that, but I saw that in that television clip with Samantha, and I didn't know that. I didn't recall that. I was like, how cool. Because I think everybody's got a James Brown story. I know I do. I have one, but I'll share that on another broadcast.
Okay.
And I was like, wow.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's beautiful.
And he was at the Olympics too. How about that?
I know. I'm telling you, something like he said in the piece that just started out as, aerobics, look at it. Amazing.
Yeah. He lived a phenomenal life for a brother from the south side of Chicago.
Yes, he did. Roller skating and doing it all. Dancing. He loved to dance.
Yeah.
That was embedded in his heart.
Yes, it was. And the fact that the way it started, Troy, is that he did it for his nephew who was a trainer.
Oh, really? Because of what, you're talking about for the aerobics?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Isn't that something?
Look at it. Well, you do get your aerobic thing when you
Yes, you do. Yes, you do.
Just keep doing that over and over. And
Yeah.
you'll stay in shape, because that's the thing about life. You got to keep moving.
Yep.
Got to keep moving and breathing.
You got to move. It's all about mobility, baby. Because if you ain't moving, eventually the breathing gonna stop. So you got to keep it moving.
Got to keep it moving. Yeah.
So before you go, Troy, I need you to tell us what's going on at CSU, because everybody doesn't know. I didn't know until you told me. So tell us a little bit what you're doing now.
Back to school is coming on the 21st, and on the 24th we will have jazz on the grass.
Jazz on the grass.
And that will be, it's not every Thursday, but the final two will be August 24th and September 7th from 5 until 7 p.m. right behind the JCC, the Jones Convocation Center.
Oh, okay. Is that named after Senator Emil Jones?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, it is. He and his wife.
Oh, okay.
So it's alongside of the JCC.
Okay. And for people who want to see that information, what's your Facebook page? What's your social media?
Just put in my name and I'll pop up on all social platforms.
TROI.
Troy with an I.
Troy with an I.
Troy with an I.
Troy with an I. Troy Tyler. That's my former co-worker from WGCI Radio and V103. And then we wish.
Your birthday is coming up too. I just want to say happy birthday, girlie, because you know your birthday is the twin birthday of my late Uncle Elgin.
Uncle Elgin.
Forget your birthday.
Yes.
Your birthday's coming. I just told everybody.
Yeah, and I never tell it online, and Troy just told it.
Right?
Because on social media, they'll take your birthday and run with it. So I just never say it. So, but it's sometime this month. That's all I can say. How about that?
It's coming.
Yeah, it's coming. Thank you so much, Troy. Greatly appreciate you. Greatly appreciate you.
Everybody, I love you. I love you with a big squeeze hug.
All right, love you too, sis. Thank you so much for calling. We greatly appreciate you. Bye, love. All right. Love, peace, and hair grease. All righty. That is the celebration of life. It is 9:01. We are very grateful that you joined us here today. Please go to my blog, zeldaspeaks.wordpress.com. You will see the information for his homegoing celebration, which is this Friday, August 18th, which is the birthday of my big brother, Kittrell Bradley. Happy birthday, Kit. Oh, he's on the blog too. That's my big brother, Kittrell Bradley. He made his transition probably 20 years ago. But anyway, I digress. Y'all know I do that. Join us for a celebration of life this Friday. Visitation 4 to 7, Southwest Memorial Chapel, 7901 South Kominsky Avenue. And on Saturday, August 19th, visitation is from 9 to 10 a.m. Service from 10 a.m. till 12 noon at Holy Temple Cathedral, 15912 Lincoln Avenue in Harvey, Illinois. So, for those of you who are watching this show, thank you so much for being a part of the show and for sharing this information and for being a part of Monday Morning Mindfulness. Please send your text us if you want to keep in touch with us. We'll send you information via text at 312-383-9749 for exclusive updates. And Naima, you want to give us a closing thought?
Well, I think we can learn anything from the life of DJ Casper. Every life teaches us something. His life taught us the power of unity. And when you create something that can include everyone, you bring great joy. So let's try to do that in all of our aspects of life, whether it be education, sports, politics. Let's find ways that we can have fun by making everything a group activity where everybody participates and everybody benefits. There doesn't need to be any losers. There doesn't need to be anybody that's excluded. Everybody can enjoy life together. Everybody can contribute. Everybody can have fun because everybody matters. That's what we learned from DJ Casper and his fantastic dance, the cha-cha slide. So let's slide on up out of here and make life fun. just like
All right. And before we slide, last but not least, if you are watching this program, you probably know somebody who knows somebody who's homeless. And this is one of the projects that we have where we help the homeless. My little brother, Douglas Robinson, was murdered in Tent City, February 2019. And all of those people showed up at his funeral, and it just overwhelmed me. And I made a promise to those who are homeless out there in Tent City on Roosevelt Road that I would come and check on them every week, and that's what we do on Thankful Thursday. So here's the video from it. What ice cold what? Give me anything you want, baby. Go ahead. Give me anything you want. That we are right here on Displains Avenue, Taylor, to the north, and when we back up, it is what is it? Roosevelt Road. Many times I done come out here, you know I know by now. Yeah, Tony's taking me to get some water. Bless your heart. Yeah, that's just the water. We do a weekly food distribution. It was just real hot one day. We just decided to take some food out there. So that. And we usually do food, and that's what we'll be doing this Thursday. Is we'll be taking them food. But this is what I really want, and you can go to the channel and see it anytime. HLN.homeless.project. But this is what I want to leave you with. Oh, and please subscribe to our new channel, HLNhomeless.project. And we also have another channel for the Teen Talent Contest, which is brand new. So please go there and like and subscribe and get all the notifications and all that good stuff. But I want to leave you with this video that I take every day after my morning walk, because a body in motion stays in motion, and I want to stay in motion. So I want to leave you with this thought that I share, and I'll do another one today. So be sure and check out my Instagram page, which is Zelda Speaks, the number 2 and the letter U, or the number 2 and the word Emmy. So check this out. Breathing in nature and breathing out. Inhale deeply. And exhale. Do that the next time you're stressed out. And watch your life make a turn for the difference. What a way to start the day. Breathing in nature and breathing out. Inhale deeply. And exhale. Do that the next time you're stressed out. And watch your life make a turn for the difference. And watch your life make a turn for the better. So you can check out the other videos there on our Instagram page, hln.homeless.project. You can check that out on your own. Well, the show is over. It is 9:08. We had a little tiny after show, but this is not the after show, because actually it's over with. I got to go take me a walk. So I want to thank you for being here with us this morning. Join us tomorrow morning for self-care with Jody Susan. We'll see you right back here tomorrow morning from 7 a.m. Central Standard Time until 9 a.m. Central Standard Time. And on that note, we'll see you tomorrow. Stay on purpose, stay empowered. And thank you, Naeem.
The Female Solution Global Radio TV Show invites you to an invigorating conversation with our team of hosts Monday through Friday, 7 a.m. to 9 a.m. Central Time. Start your week with Monday Morning Mindfulness with Zelda Speaks. Tuesdays, Self-Care with Jody Susan. Wednesdays, Repairing Broken Families with Naima Latif and co-host Kareem Hamid. Thursdays, Soulful Solutions with Dr. Debbie Green. And Fridays, Health and Wellbeing with Beata. Saturdays, tune in 12 noon to 2 p.m. Central Time. First Saturday, Success Strategies with Jana. Second Saturday, Wendy Williams Esquire on relationships. Third Saturday, Move Around with Deborah. And fourth Saturday, Wisdom with Mama D. Join us Sundays, 7 p.m. to 9 p.m. Central Time for Soul Purpose Healing with Beata. Call in and comment 515-605-9325, Press 1 to speak to the host and be a part of the solution.
Attention all talented teens ages 13 to 19. Are you ready to show the world what you've got? We're excited to announce the latest global virtual teen talent contest, where you win cash prizes and scholarships by performing your unique talent. Here's how to participate. 1. Record a 1-minute video of yourself performing your talent. 2. Upload the video, link in description or comments. 3. Submit your video by the deadline. We're looking for a wide range of talents, from singing and dancing to magic tricks and comedy skits. So whether you're a musician, an actor, or a chef, we want to see your unique talent. The top talents will be selected by a panel of judges and will be announced shortly after. So don't wait, start filming and good luck.
Yes.
The Higher Learning Network.
Are you stressed out? Are you ready to learn some quick techniques on how to Lord have mercy. Are you stressed out? Are you ready to learn some quick techniques on how to de-stress immediately? Then book your free 30-minute consultation with Zelda Speaks, the Mindfulness Stress Relief Coach, at higherlearningnetwork.org. Thanks for sharing. Are you stressed out? Are you ready to learn some quick techniques on how to de-stress immediately? Then book your free 30-minute consultation with Zelda Speaks, the Mindfulness Stress Relief Coach, at higherlearningnetwork.org. Thanks for sharing. Love you on Windy City Live. Yes, we do. Tell us, how did all this happen? How did this come about?
Well, I play me. I play Val Warner in Chirac, which is really cool. So when people see this movie, they are literally seeing Val, and I am a reporter in the movie.
We talk about the violence, but what can we do personally?
I think we got to be engaged, and I think engaged in a number of things. In our block, in our home, in our neighborhood, we got to be engaged. We got to fight the issues. We got to fight a government that is abandoned, whole communities on the south and the west side. We got to fight a governor who's cut out every youth employment program, who's cut out violence prevention programs, who's abandoned our communities and the poor and the vulnerable. And I think we got to reach out to our brothers on the street and love them and respect them and help them, not just demonize them.
I'll just say like this. First of all, give you the history of coming to Chicago and telling my jokes as a young cat. I'm 37 now. I started about almost 15 years ago. Elroy taking me under his wing, letting me do some jokes here and there for the radio stations and all that kind of stuff.
I learned that no matter what you do and how much of a genuine heart you have, and if you're coming from a good place, people are going to criticize if they don't agree with what you're doing.
Yo, what's up? It's your man Tony Schofield from 106.3 Chicago's R&B, and you are watching Men on Higher Learning. Now, I used to hang around with some men that was into some higher learning, It just wasn't that kind of higher learning, but I got myself together now, okay?
What is it that you do in your quiet time, in your meditation time, that allows you to bring us the films that you do?
I sit courtside in Madison Square Garden, world's most famous arena.
And you're watching ZTV on the Higher Learning Network. Put your hand up.
And thank you so much for hanging in there with us. This is the Global Virtual Teen Talent Contest. We all know somebody who knows somebody who got some kids and they need some money. So send them to higherlearningnetwork.org. And pretty soon we will be teaching a podcasting class coming in September next month. So we can teach our children how to make money from a podcast. So we can get them out your pocket, right? Yeah, I do understand. Nieces and nephews, yeah, all of y'all. Yeah, we're going to teach them all how to do it. So if they can use their natural gifts, talents, and abilities to use to make money. And that's what we do. We teach here. So be sure and check out higherlearningnetwork.org and also check out our new Instagram page for the Teen Talent Contest. It's brand new, so it needs your support. And I'm trying to pull this up here as I speak, and it don't want to act right. So I'm going to have to make it act right so you can see it. Instagram.com/Teen Talent Contest. I'm gonna pull it up there so you can see, because you know you got some nieces and some nephews, if not children of your own. So there it is. You see it. Instagram.com Teen Talent Contest. And this is the you see we've only had one post. Oh, well, we got that many followers already. Wow. Okie dokie now. Okay, so the children are interested. So we want to keep your children interested too, your nieces and your nephews. So bring them on in, have them go to higherlearningnetwork.org, and you'll see the Global Virtual Teen Talent Contest. They can send a 1-minute video to hlntvshow@gmail.com. Okay? Oh, that's why both flyers showed up there. I thought that was kind of crazy. But I'm going to put it back up there again because it just looks kind of strange. Okay, so I'm going to take that off. There you go. Okay, and it all disappeared. So thank you so much for sharing this. The Global Virtual Teen Talent Contest, which airs every last Saturday of the month. So in August, I do believe that is August 29th, I believe it is. Let me double check here. That is August 26th is August 26th. So have your children send in a 1-minute demo via YouTube. It's got to be a YouTube link to hlntvshow@gmail.com. Okay? So just wanted to leave that with you. Thank you so much for being here with us. Remember to do something special for yourself, because after all, there's only one you. Stay on purpose, stay empowered, stay tuned to your next Monday Morning Mindfulness week. Next week, and we'll do it all over again. Thank you. Share this video, like this video, and hit the notification bell if when you're on YouTube.